Right, y'all. I just had my nice little supper. I had a full tub of yogurt, uh, bagel with butter, and nuts and seeds. Bruh. Yeah. Now I'm gonna give you the straight no BS dietary nutrition guide. I see a lot of shit like I'm right now on the worst site. The worst site. The site is the health benefits of vegetables. The health benefits of vegetables. And they're comparing, I shit you not, they're comparing the calorie content of broccoli to carrots to cauliflower to corn to eggplants to green beans to lettuce to onion to red pepper to spinach to sweet potato. Now, if you are thinking of cooking up a recipe and you're counting your calories between carrots, cauliflower, eggplants, lettuce, and broccoli, and you're not getting enough sleep, you're not doing cardiovascular exercise, you're not doing weight training, you're not doing yoga and stretching, you're not going for walks and being on your feet for at least 5,000 steps a day, if you're not doing those things, and you are comparing your broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, eggplant, carrots, there's no fucking point. There's no fucking point. There's no fucking point. Somebody who eats beef, eggs, and milk, protein, calcium, essential fats, and butter for your brain health, and omega-3s. Omega-3s in the egg, proteins in the milk, beef, and eggs, essential fats in the beef and the eggs and the milk, and the calcium in the milk and the cheeses and the dairy. If you were just sticking to beef, eggs, and milk, and you were going to the gym, you're doing weight training, you're walking at least 5,000 steps a day, you're hydrating, you're drinking water, you're getting cardiovascular exercise, your heart rate's pumping, and you're lifting weights, you don't need a single fucking vegetable. You don't need a single fucking vegetable. You will never have heart disease. You will never have dementia. You will never have aging issues. You will never have chronic inflammation. You will never have arthritis. You will never have no fucking problems. If you're doing weight training, aerobic exercise, 5,000 steps a day, stretching, hydrating, and living off of beef, eggs, and milk. And no one tells you this shit. No one tells you that shit, but that's the fucking truth. That's the fucking truth, bro. You don't need to be comparing cauliflower to broccoli to carrots to green beans. It literally says here, broccoli, 31 calories. Carrots, 53 calories. Cauliflower, 27 calories. Onion, 64 calories. Red pepper, 39 calories. Go to the gym. Do some yoga, get 5,000 steps a day, and you will prevent cancer, you will prevent blood disease, you will prevent chronic inflammation. The more muscle mass you have, the healthier your heart and body are, and less inflammation you have, and less aging you have. Muscle mass, cardiovascular health, lean muscle mass, so low fat, high muscle, and an aerobic heart. Now, you need water. Now let's go through the micronutrients. That's the macro. The macro is your protein, your essential fats, and your omega-3s, calcium, and that's it. And your cheeses, your milk, your eggs, and your beef. Now, beef over chicken and turkey. Beef and fish. Beef and fish. Why beef and fish? Those are the most nutrient-rich meats. Those are the nutrient-rich meats. And if you're eating liver and organs and hearts and whatever, like chicken hearts, beef liver, lamb liver, if you're eating those have the most nutrients. But I don't know who the fuck eats that. So if you're eating beef, eggs, and fish. Fish has omega-3s. Beef has essential fatty acids. Chicken and turkey and milk. Milk has some calcium and some iron, calcium and vitamin D and vitamin A. But if you're just eating chicken and turkey, you're not getting the essential fats, and you're not getting any fats at all. You're not getting any fats at all. If you want to be satisfied after a meal and have your body metabolize energy, the best way to metabolize energy is to metabolize fats. If you limit sugars and limit carbohydrates, it's the keto diet. So keto diet. I'm not sure about the science about this, but I know in practice it works. If your body's metabolizing fats, the fat can act as a long-lasting supplement, so it keeps you satisfied and you don't eat more. And it breaks down into the necessary fuel that it needs, the necessary glucose that it needs. Especially essential fatty acids, omega fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids, which are found in nuts and seeds, omega-3s, beef, butter, maybe not butter, but beef, steak, fish, eggs. Those are the macronutrients. And then you got your minerals, which are the micronutrients, which are vegetables, which we'll talk about. So, if you're eating protein and essential fats, beef, eggs, milk, you will build muscle, you will have energy, and your blood sugar will be regulated. When you're eating fats, your blood sugar is regulated. Whereas if you're eating pasta, if you're eating cereals, if you're eating grains, if you're eating corn, if you're eating potatoes, those are carbohydrates. And your blood sugar is spiking all over the place for the short term. When you eat carbohydrates, your blood sugar spikes and it drops, spikes and drops. So you're like this all the time. Whereas when you eat protein and fats, you stay like this. It's a lower frequency wave. So you just go like this and like this. Whereas when you're eating carbohydrates, you're like this. Blood sugar all over the place. And then what's not used, what is used, converts to fat and stuff like that. Now, complex carbohydrates, like whole grains, whole wheats, and I guess fruits and vegetables, are better because they're more like this than quick sugars like this. But it's still a carbohydrate. So in the end, vegetables and fruits are carbohydrates. Quick carbohydrates, more, well, I don't know. Sometimes they're complex, sometimes they're quick, depending on their sugar content. Like vegetables are complex and fruits are quick. But the foundation of your diet should be proteins and essential fatty acids. Fish, eggs, milk, beef, cheese. That should be the essential root, and some butter. Now, what do you add? You add some whole grains. Why? Because whole grains are fortified in these other nutrients like vitamins D, E, K, fibers, folate, niacin, copper, magnesium, micronutrients. So these are micronutrients. Now, the thing with micronutrients is they're called micronutrients for a reason. You need milligrams of them or micrograms of them, literally micrograms of them. It's so fucking small. So if you're eating copper pills and magnesium pills and vitamin supplements all the time, you can get toxicity. You need to routinely take a break from them. It's actually medically advised to take a break from these pills of nutrients every 6 months. And you will get kidney stones from all these micronutrients. That's why you will get other problems as well. So to get your micronutrients, You have your whole grain pasta, whole wheat bread. You have your nuts and seeds for your vitamins D, E, K. You have your fruits and your juices for your vitamin C. Your milk and your cheeses. Your milk is sometimes and yogurt is sometimes fortified with vitamins A, D, and calcium. Meat has iron, but nuts and cereals also have iron. One bowl of cereal that's fortified has all those nutrients as well. Cereal. Now your antioxidants. This is another big factor. One, it's not a micronutrient. So your micronutrients were what? There's vitamin B and C. So vitamin B and C are like they come out through your piss. They're water soluble. So water soluble means they're filtered out with water. So you piss out vitamin B and C. Vitamin A, D, E, and K are fat soluble. So you take them with oil. So they're in vegetables. So you take your vegetables with oil and you digest vitamin A, D, E, and K. And that's like for your skin, for your fingernails, for your anti-inflammation, for your vision, for vitamin A, D, E, and K are beneficial a lot of ways. But you get them in butter, you get them in milk, you get them in your vegetables, and you get them in your nuts and seeds and fruits. But so you got your vitamin A, D, E, and K, fat soluble. You got your vitamin B and C, which are water soluble. And then you got your minerals, your zinc, iron, copper, magnesium, manganese, riboflavin, folate, stuff like that, which comes from whole wheat or a bowl of cereal, fortified cereal, and meats as well. Beef has the iron. Now, for fruits and vegetables, why they're most healthy, not because of these some micronutrients and some fiber, yeah. Some have vitamin C, some vegetables have vitamin A, D, E, and K. Fruits have vitamin C, maybe, I don't know about where vitamin B is found. Where's vitamin B found? Where is vitamin B found? Oh, so these biotin, folate, niacin, riboflavin, thiamine are forms of vitamin B. They're vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B8, B9. Thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, biotin, folate. So those are all B vitamins. And they're again found in salmon, leafy greens, liver, which I said was healthy, and organ meats, eggs, milk, everything I said, beef, beans, chicken and turkey has some, and yogurt. So that's what I said. You got your salmon, you got your beef, you got your eggs, milk, some leafy greens for your vitamin B. So these vitamins, you can get your vitamin B, your vitamin C comes from juices and stuff like that. Where do you get vitamins A, D, E, K from? So your fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, and K, you can get them through like I know vitamin D you get from the sun and you get from milk fortified. Same with vitamin A you get from milk fortified. Let's see. They cause problems in excessive amounts, like we said. They're your skin, bone health, immune support, inflammation, vision, blood clotting, bone metabolism, those sort of stuff. But in trace amounts. Anyways, What were the fruits and vegetables for? The last nutrient we didn't cover yet. Fruits and vegetables are antioxidants. Antioxidants are very critical. They reduce cancer. They help your immune system. They help your blood. They help your cells. They help your neurons and your nervous system. They help with inflammation. They help everywhere. Antioxidants. Like, let's Google, why are antioxidants? They're high in fiber, low in saturated fat and cholesterol, full of vitamins and minerals. So cancer protection for your eyes, for your heart health, for your skin. So antioxidants. Dark chocolate has some. There's some in red wine. There's some in nuts. But the most are at... if you take a lot of vitamin E, you have a higher chance of prostate cancer and stroke. See, high amounts of these vitamins are not good. You literally risk cancer and stroke from high amounts of, and blood clots and bleeding and all sorts of stuff. So high amounts of vitamins are not good. But the antioxidants are good. So if you're getting all your micronutrients from food, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Eat as much vegetables as you want. Eat as much nuts and seeds as you want. Eat as much butter as you want, as much eggs, as much fish, as much salmon, as much beef, as much vegetables, as much fruits, as much whole grains. If you're eating that balance, then you're getting all your nutrients from real food. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And then you're doing some weight training, some cardiovascular exercise, 5,000 steps a day, yoga, stretching, breathing, and getting enough sleep. You can't go wrong. You're not going to die of a heart attack. You're not going to die of a stroke. You're not going to get cancer. You're going to be at lower risk for all these diseases, and you're going to live to 1,000. You're going to live to 1,000. So you got your antioxidants, which are in your fruits and your vegetables. And then your core diet is your beef, eggs, fish, milk, and cheeses. And then you got your turkey and your chicken for just extra bit of protein. You got your whole grain pasta, whole grain breads, and cereals with all the fortified vitamins. You got your nuts and your seeds. You got your beans as well. You got your green vegetables. You got your fruits. And your water. And you got your 5,000 steps a day, your sleep, Now, to not crash, sugar is fine, like a Coca-Cola has some caffeine and some sugar to help you through the day to not crash. Sometimes you need a little bit of this high-speed glucose. This high-speed glucose to prevent you from crashing and spike your blood sugar. But all the other foods we mentioned will go like this, and you will get your protein, your fats, your macronutrients, then your micronutrients, minerals, and your carbohydrates. Yeah, your fats and your proteins. And they will fill you up for full meals. And you won't have a lot of heartburn or whatever if you're an indigestion if you're eating these core foundational foods. Now, if you eat a big, greasy, fat meal, you will get some indigestion and some heartburn and some diarrhea and constipation if you eat a big, greasy, fat meal. But if you stick to these core principles of quality, natural food, that's the most healthiest you can be. That's the most healthiest you can be. Now, me personally, they always fuck with me. They always fuck with me about my blood tests. My blood pressure is 157/84. 157/84. I am in the super high blood pressure range. But why is that? Because I have a lot of muscle. So my systolic number is 157. That's very high. It should be like 100. But why is it high? That's the amount of pressure in your veins when your heart pumps. When your heart pumps. However, my diastolic number, dystolic, the lower number is normal range, 84. That's the pressure on your veins when your heart's at rest. So when my heart's at rest, my blood pressure is normal. And then my heart pumps and my blood pressure spikes to 157. Completely healthy, natural of someone that has a lot of muscle. Then we got my blood picture. So, I got no diabetes. I got no diabetes symptoms. But they tell me I'm at risk for diabetes because my blood sugar is high. My blood sugar is high because I have a lot of muscle. When you have a lot of muscle mass, bodybuilders, you have more cholesterol, more triglycerides, more blood sugar, and more liver enzymes elevated in your blood picture. That's just natural having a lot of muscle. Because more processes are going on inside your body at a bigger level. Muscle glycogen is breaking down fibers all the time, spiking your blood sugar. Even if you're lean, you're eating more foods. I'm eating 2,800, 2,700 calories a day, whereas the regular adult eats 2,000. Because I'm eating so much food, my body's digesting it all the time, spiking my liver enzymes, my organ enzymes, my blood sugar, my triglycerides, and my cholesterol. Now, to build muscle and to have a lot of muscle, you actually have to have the bad cholesterol. So you got good cholesterol, which is from your fiber and your omegas and your unsaturated fats, essential fatty acids. But your bad cholesterol also spikes when you have a lot of muscle. There's new research now showing studies that for bodybuilders and building muscle, bad cholesterol, but you got to be eating healthy. Even if you're eating healthy, you will have bad LDLs, like HDL and LDL. So the levels of bad cholesterol help with muscle growth, help with building muscle and metabolizing energy and stuff like that. So when you're a bodybuilder, even if you're natural, you will have high triglycerides from the amount of food you eat, high blood sugar from all the glycogen being processed, high liver enzymes, high bad cholesterol. But it's just a symptom of having, and high blood pressure. It's just a symptom of having a lot of muscles, eating a lot of food, and using more metabolistic rates. Now, if you overdo it and take steroids, then you get problems. Then you can get, aside from the cancer and whatever, you can get diabetes, you can get too much triglycerides, you can get organ failure, you can get all sorts of problems with steroids that'll make you too hyperactive with your metabolic rate. But if you're a natural bodybuilder, I believe the philosophy of nutritionists and weightlifting nutritionists that say no amount of lean, natural muscle can be a bad thing. You can't overdo natural muscle. So that's that. You got your diet, you got your exercise, you got your blood picture, and you got your now remember your exercise, you need weight training, anaerobic. You need your aerobic, so some little walking, bike, sports, treadmill, elliptical, whatever you do for some walking, swimming, stretching, yoga, to work your heart and lungs, mainly your heart. Your muscle fibers, your stretching, and your sleep, right? And you eat properly, and that's how you will be healthy and beast mode. Beast mode. Beast mode. Beast mode. I I ate a full meal, y'all. Ate a full meal. And I'm in beast mode. Back to pump it up. 1, 2, do you, who, me, be 3. This the 2026 nutrition guide. Follow along for the tips, the bricks, and the musical licks. That's what we do with our Nike kicks. All right? So stay classy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do me, do you. Stay true. Peace out and word, bro.